Hey guys, today we're talking about how to find the right wine for any occasion. What's up guys, welcome back to Gents Lounge. I'm George. If you have not hit that subscribe button yet, please do that right now. It really helps us out. We are here every week talking about men's fashion, lifestyle, and today a subject that I have been honestly a little scared to talk about because it is so massive, wine. So before we jump into the video, I just want to say there is no such thing as good wine and bad wine. There is only wine you like and wine you don't like. So you do have to try quite a bit of wine to develop your palate and decide and figure out what you actually do like. And then you can kind of look at labels on the bottles and justify or judge if these are types of wines you would like to try. So today for this video, instead of telling you all the different characteristics of all the different types of wine in the world, which would probably be about a 6-hour long video, I just wanted to take you through the process on how I personally choose wines based on either what I'm eating, where I'm at, what I'm doing, and kind of take you through the process a little bit on how my mind works when I'm picking out the perfect wine for the perfect occasion. So today, WTSO.com sent over 5 wines for us to try out and to feature in this video. But basically what WTSO.com is a website where you can get premium wines and carefully curated wines 30 to 70% off. So basically, instead of wandering around a wine store having no idea what you're looking at, WTSO carefully curates their wine list, and there's never an overwhelming number of wines on the site because they change almost weekly based on how quickly they sell through and how quickly they sold out, because WTSO does stand for wines till sold out. So they have 3 different sections on their website, my favorite being the last chance wines, and these wines are 30 to 70% off. And I've seen and I drink a few of the brands that I've seen on this website, so I know that they are giving extremely good deals because I know what I paid in the store for those particular wines, and it was way more than it was on this website. They also have a premium selection section on their website. So basically these are your higher end wines, your $50 to $150 bottles. I actually saw a bottle on the site that was $150 retail, selling for $35 on the website right now. So you are getting some crazy deals on some stuff that is definitely going to be worth a try. Sometimes you might not want to spend $150 on a wine that you have no idea what it tastes like, but I could definitely spend $35 and see if I like it or not. And the last section on the site is called the weekly tasting section. And now every week this is updated with a new 4 bottles of wine, but they are specifically curated by a sommelier to kind of get you a taste of a similar grape or a similar style, but maybe from 3 or 4 different wineries. So you can see kind of how the nuances can change based on whether it's an Italian wine, a French wine, a California wine, an Oregon wine. With the same exact grape being grown just in a different climate, different soil, and different area. So today we have 5 completely different wines. We have a Champagne, we have a Chardonnay, we have a Pinot Noir, we have a red blend, and we have a Cabernet Sauvignon. So these are completely different wines, and there are a number of things that I like to consider when I am choosing the right wine for me. So up first is food. If I'm eating with something and I want a wine to be paired with the food, I definitely look at what I'm eating first and what I want to drink with that meal. So red wines typically do better with dark meat like steak, pork, sausage, and then white wines tend to do better with fish and chicken, some vegetarian dishes, even some sort of creamy pastas as well. And honestly, there are red wines that go great with fish and chicken. There are white wines that go great with steak. This is just kind of a basic general rule. There are exceptions to every rule, but if you are eating, a certain type of meal, it is good to consider what type of wine you are drinking with that meal, especially if you can consult a sommelier. They will definitely guide you through the meal and help you pick the right wine for what you're eating. So up next on the list for me, when I choose a wine, I tend to look at the season that we're in and the temperature outside. So if it is blistering hot and warm out, I am definitely drinking a lighter white wine or something chilled and sparkling. Like, I love Cabernet, I love Cabs, but I do not want to sip that on a hot day out in the sun. Now, maybe if we're in some air conditioning, we can make an exception, but definitely hot sun, summer day, I'm going chilled, like light white wines, maybe a Pinot Noir if I'm gonna do red, because that is still a light wine. but I do tend to save Chardonnay for a little cooler temperatures because sometimes, you know, if you get a nice oaky Chardonnay, it can be a little overpowering and, you know, not feel or taste quite great when it's super, super hot out. If it's a little bit cooler, Chardonnay is one of my favorites. And then I tend to drink a lot of red wine in the fall and winter. So the next thing I consider is the time of day that I am drinking the wine. So my basic rule of thumb is the earlier in the day, the lighter the wine you want to drink. You know, your champagnes, your rosés, even a Pinot Noir. And then the later in the day, pretty much anything you want to drink, anything goes. But I tend to save the heavier reds and the heavier whites for afternoon or even more into the evening. All right, guys, and last but not least, the last thing I consider is what am I in the mood for? So even if all of the other rules don't apply to what you're in the mood for, this is what is the most important to you. If you feel like drinking it, that's what you should be drinking. Don't worry about if it's super hot out, it's summertime, and it's during the middle of the day. If you want to drink a Cabernet, drink a Cabernet. But I will say that I have found that when I drink the right wine at the right temperature, you know, in the right season with the right food, it tends to taste a lot better. So I would try all of the things the way I explained them first, and then, you know, if you don't like it, do what you like. But I do recommend always considering these three things. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. That pretty much wraps up the video. I hope this was interesting for you. I will do a wine video where I open each of these individually. I just didn't want to open 5 bottles of wine today because I would be wasting a lot of wine. So once again, thank you to WTSO for sending these wines over for us to check out. If you guys want 30 to 70% off premium hand-selected wines, I will have a link to them down below where you guys can check it out. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do that right now. If you haven't followed us on Instagram over at gentslounge, give us a follow over there, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Cheers.